Backdoor Theater is a small, non-profit community theater located in downtown Wichita Falls, Texas. It has existed for 35 years, bringing the visual arts to the Wichita Falls community, and it has a long, rich history.
Oh, I know lots of history. So at that time, W. Earl White, who is no longer with us, was a wonderful man that did a lot for our community years ago. And he came to the people that were in charge of the theater at that time and said, you know, I got this building downtown, let's go take a look at it. So he gave us the building and the first money to start the renovation, and the only conditions were we had to promise to always have padded seats and that the Summer Youth Musical would always have a home.
Some have the facts of history a little confused.
Oh, I guess one fact, if nobody's ever been here before, the reason that it's called the back door is because you don't come in the front door on the street, because that's where the actors come in the dressing room. Sometimes people come in there and they open it up and they go, oops, and...
Now, Mark, that is not the reason.
It's not the reason? I thought it was the reason, because there's the back door back over here where you actually come in the theater.
No.
The Backdoor Theater was originally housed in the Weeks Mansion in 1970. It moved to Travis Street 3 years later. Thanks to a generous contribution by Earl White, Backdoor Theater was finally moved to his old Ice House building in April of 1976, where it still resides to this day. There are all kinds of characters to be found at the Backdoor Theater, both on and off the stage. Larry Sharp is a doctor at the clinics of North Texas off the stage, and he is an actor and co-owner of the building at Backdoor Theater. Dr. Sharp has been involved with Backdoor for about 13 years.
I would like to continue doing this for life. It's something you can do for life. I mean, you can act no matter how old you are. I really, really enjoy coming down here because in my job, I have to be responsible for a whole lot of people and a whole lot of decisions that literally can affect life and death for some people. And so it's a very responsible, high-pressure position. In addition to that, I'm the father at home and the husband, and so, you know, I have a decision-making role there. I come down here, and I don't have to be any of that. I get to be all these outrageous characters. Most of these characters are totally unrelated to my natural personality.
The garage, where the beetle's growing large. Soon I will discharge my manly spell.
I cooked dinner in the wok. I washed every shirt and sock. So tonight I'm gonna rock and roll like hell.
Off the stage, Dr. David Soretta is now self-employed as a computer network troubleshooter. He was recently selected as the new board president, and he has been with the Backdoor since 1999. Like Dr. Sharp, he is an actor and co-owner of the building at Backdoor Theater.
No, I don't want a bud. Good, good. Now, there's the waitress. Order yourself a bud and a burger, but don't ask for a bud and a burger.
Right. Waitress!
Don't call her, she won't come. Oh, you're in Philadelphia, so you just figured, fuck her.
This theater has struggled over the last 10 years, and some of my more immediate goals are to increase the number of volunteers down here, to increase our visibility in the community, make sure people understand that we're still here, that we're still an option.
Mark Mills is a part-time minister at First Christian in Iowa Park, and he is a graduate student pursuing a master's in counseling off the stage. He is also part-time production manager at the Backdoor Theater, and he has been an actor for almost a year.
They asked me if I would direct the summer children's camps, and after that they asked me if I would come to work here as production manager. Balancing the stuff, because I've just got myself involved in so many different things, is tough, but there's not any one of them that I really want to let go.
Marcia Ballard is a former kindergarten teacher, and she is a single mother off the stage. She has been a volunteer at the Backdoor since 1999. Marcia is a scenic artist, usher, paint crew, stage manager, house manager, quick change, box office attendant.
Yesterday I put in, my gosh, 10 hours just working here. The show opens tomorrow night. It's not finished. You can see on stage it's not finished. We have had lots of fun things happen down here. It's always a lot of fun. It's like an extended family. It's with my two children, without the help of the people down here, it would have been very difficult for a single mother to raise the two that I've got right now. I owe a lot of their raising to the people in this theater.
Linda Bates has been the managing director of Backdoor Theater for the past 10 years. She's been active with Backdoor since 1981.
I started out as a volunteer and went off and did some professional theater for a couple of years and came home with absolutely no intention of coming back to work here, and that was 15 years ago. So.
Offstage, Debbie Barrow is the executive assistant for the president of Midwestern State University. She is a volunteer and actress who's been with the Backdoor since 1981.
Oh, gosh, I don't want to say, oh yes, I'm wonderful. I think it was a really good show. I think we all, did a really nice job tonight. We had a good audience. They seemed to be with us, and last night we had a really good show as well, and so it kind of gets us going for the weekend.
God loves those who hunger and thirst, but how about those who look like they'll burst? Oh, does God love little fat girls too?
No matter what you volunteer for, it's if you love it, if it's part of who you are and you have a passion for it, I think it is worth it. I think it makes people well-rounded. If you're all work and no play, it's just not a lot of fun.
Backdoor Theater has faced a lot of drama through the years. Although everyone may not agree which problem is the most serious, all agree that these conflicts are prevalent. The Backdoor uses over $6,000 in utilities in a 3-month period. For Do Black Patent Leather Shoes Reflect Up, the cost was over $3,700 for the royalties alone. In addition, the cost was over $3,000 for the production of the show. Everyone does their part to keep Backdoor alive. It is a never-ending battle.
Well, we've been selling dope out on the street corner, and no, I'm just kidding you. See, I got them. That's good. Money comes from a variety of places. One of the things about Backdoor that is unique is that over the years, the majority of our funding has actually come through at-door ticket sales, which is not really common in theater.
Even through all the drama, the show must go on.
We don't have enough people to do everything that needs to be done. You girls need to come down here.
Theater population, the theater support population in general, it tends to be a little older, always has been, because those are the people who grew up with live theater. And as they age, actually they're dying, and so we have our supporters are dwindling because just of a natural attrition and aging.
There's so many choices for people to entertain themselves today, and that if we aren't on their mind, and that takes making yourself known again in the community, then they don't think of us as an option.
We do have money issues, and we do need more people. And I just think there's a lot of people out there who could really make a difference in Backdoor Theater or in other organizations in town if they would just, recognize that the need is there. So we always need more people to be on stage and backstage and giving money or being supportive, and even just to come and watch theater and enjoy good theater.
Do Black Patent Leather Shoes Reflect Up made an unusual gross of $10,800 in ticket sales.
And it's really, really thrilling to see a production come to fruition, that you envision it, you direct it, or you act it, you paint it, whatever, and all of a sudden everything comes together and you're just going, man, that is good. Backdoor Theater is an opportunity for anybody, any size, shape, age, race, whatever, to get involved. There's no discriminatory factors that would keep anyone from being involved in the theater.
Backdoor Theater has a pool of about 50 volunteers keeping it running, and although the volunteers may not receive monetary rewards for their hard work and dedication, they receive something worth much more.
When you're in a show, is the very last night when we strike the set. After that's done, you get to sign the wall. And that's probably one of the greatest honors that you can get down here, is sign the wall, besides having a Genesius Award. We give Genesius Awards every year, and therefore they do Best Actress in a Drama and Best Actor, kind of like Oscars, what they're kind of like. So that's a great big honor to get a Genesius Award. I got my first one last year, after 6 years, yes, for technical achievement.
The Genesius Award. St. Genesius is sort of the patron saint of the arts. And we, years ago, like this is our 35th anniversary. In May, we'll be 35 years old. And every nonprofit organization has to have an annual meeting. At the time, artistic director came up with the idea of, well, what if we had like the backdoor version of the Tony Awards? So they came up with the Genesius Awards, and that is our annual meeting every year.
For this size of community, we have an incredible amount of talent in this town, both acting and musical talent. And we go down to state and participate in the state competition, and it's amazing the level that we do. We've been state champions twice, runner-up a couple of other times.
This is what I like to say when I do my announcements. The actors come out here, they rehearse, they give hours and hours of their time. They work during the day. They come at night when their off time is. They rehearse. They work for laughter and applause. That's it.
Yes, the only difference between a community theater and a professional theater is that a professional theater, people get paid. Here, it's mostly volunteer. Other than that, it should be exactly the same. Should. It's not always. Because a lot of times we're working with people who don't have any skills and they've never done this before, but they want to. Well, that's what a community theater is for. But the quality, the production standard should be just as high. And we should always strive to have it to where it's just as good as any professional production.
That's the only way that this theater runs, is on contributions, season ticket holders, and the volunteer staff that holds it up. That's it. No other way. Without that, it would fall to the ground. It's a community theater. It belongs to the community. And without the community support, it would never go.
You can go to the movies and you can watch them on your television, but it's not the same as seeing someone up there doing it live. Number one, there's the unpredictability of live theater because something can go wrong. You know, someone can forget a line, someone can miss an entrance, there can be a problem with the lights or a sound cue. Any number of things, and it's fascinating to watch what happens if there's a miscue, because you've got to cover it. You can't just stop and go, oh, we messed up, we have to start again. You've got to keep going.
More. Tonight I'm gonna goose him. Tonight I'm gonna score, yeah! A stud. She'll love. He'll crave.
Every night is a different night. You can come and watch the show every night and it will be different.
Talk to me, sweet meat.
It's the best entertainment value in town.